And with that being said, man, that is a perfect segue to get us into topic number one, Q. Let's talk about George Kambosos versus Devin the Dream Haney. So we initially saw where it was leading like George Kambosos was going to end up fighting none other than Vasily Lomachenko. Then, unfortunately, some world issues arose, and there's currently a war going on between Ukraine and Russia. And right now, we have to salute Vasily Lomachenko. He's on a hiatus right now, serving his country. So once that transpired, it now turned George Kambosos' focus to one Devin the Dream Haney and really trying to sit down and make that fight occur. So nevertheless, they went back and forth. The fight was finally made. Finally. But while it was made, George Kambosos got everything in his favor, all the way down to if he loses, the rematch happens in Australia
again.
Right. So tell me, bro, what is your thoughts on how all of that happened, on George Kambosos, getting all his demands for the fight? Or what's your thoughts on Devin Haney now with Top Rank for a couple of fights? So it's a lot of layers to this with Devin Haney making this move and signing the contract, bro. So what's your thoughts on it?
It was legendary and it was necessary, man. And you know what I'm saying? Salute to Devin Haney, man. And you know what I'm saying? We've been calling the 135-pound division the Diva division, man, because we got all these young bulls with all this talent that don't want to fight each other, that's making these excuses. And he is making a way. He's leading the pack with this. You know what I'm saying? For him to, because one thing about it, after the Kambosos fight, Devin Haney had the extra strap, you know what I'm saying? And I could risk and Kambosos said he wanted that fight, you know what I'm saying? And then and I ain't gonna front, man. Lomachenko has been looking amazing in his last couple fights, right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, I definitely understand. I understand that stylistically and all of that type of stuff, that might be a fight that a lot of people clamor for, you know what I'm saying? And but I don't really think he wanted Devin Haney fight, and it looks like that. You know what I'm saying? He sort of got painted into a corner, with Lomachenko not being available. And, and I'm happy that Devin Haney took a chance, because you got to take a risk to be great, man. You got to take a risk. You can't sit back. You done made money. You know what I'm saying? It's about greatness. And so he's taking so many risks, man. I really personally don't like the rematch being I understand the first time. Okay. My man got all the straps. Right. But after that, it wasn't even really negotiable. He had to leave his zone stable, skybox stable, to
go with Bob Arum.
he did everything. So I love it, man. I really love it. And it shows that he has a focus on being great. And he has an amazing opportunity. Ain't too many times you're gonna get an opportunity in your life where you can get all the straps in one fight. Right. So with that being said, man, salute to Devin Haney. And you know what I'm saying? And Kambosos, man, listen, man, don't be calling that, there's been a lot of controversy about him calling him a boy, and Devin Haney said he gonna show you a boy when you get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Respect me, I'm a man, and you know what I'm saying? When you get in the ring, I'm gonna show you. So I'm pulling for Devin Haney, man. And I like Kambosos. I really don't like that type of banner back and forth, and I don't like the name calling, especially you calling a young brother a boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's got a little historical context with us. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what his wife said. It's something about what his wife said. And he had to say, well, she's from Africa, so blah, blah, blah. We ain't racist and she ain't racist. But whenever time you got to step up and say somebody from Africa or something like that, it ain't a good look. We don't need that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just be respectful, man. And, may the best man win this fight when I'm excited about it and ready for it. What you got, brother?
Hey, man, you know what? I'm going to let me tell you what I think George Kambosos had on his mind when it came to what his real strategy was that got thrown by the wayside with Vasily Lomachenko. So I was one of those people that I initially thought months ago, I thought that he would have easily already made the fight with Devin Haney and tried to wait on Lomachenko for later. But shockingly, we saw where he was targeting Lomachenko and waiting on Devin later. And so it had me thinking, most people right now, like you said, man, Vasily Lomachenko has looked brilliant. So it had me asking myself, why in the world would George Kambosos, after he finally got the straps off of Tio, why would he be looking to go after Lomachenko first and then going after Devin Haney after? And here's my theory, man. And fight fans, y'all comment and let us know if I'm way off base. I could be off base, but let me give you my theory. My theory was that what George Kambosos was looking to do was, most boxing observers feel like Vasily Lomachenko is probably one of the top 5 fighters in the game right now. So a lot of people don't feel that same way about Devin Haney.
Right.
So many people have talked about his performances, not having power, not looking super great in the ring, although he's been able to get the victory. So I personally think that George Kambosos knew that if you go fight a Vasily Lomachenko, most fight fans can't knock you if you lose to Loma.
No doubt, no doubt.
Because Lomachenko is ranked as one of the top 5 fighters. So it's no shame in getting in the ring and getting outboxed by Lomachenko. And then you couple that with, he probably would have had a rematch clause against Loma too. And so he would have got 2 cracks at Loma. You lose to Loma or you beat him. So what? At the end of the day, he's a great fighter. And then you turn to Devin Haney later on. Whereas now, you're going to have a whole lot of people questioning George Kambosos even more if you lose to Devin Haney right now. Because, you know what I mean? If you lose to Devin Haney right now, there's a whole lot of questions that will open up about George Kambosos, and if it was just a fly-by-night lucky night against T.O. So that's just my theory, man. But I agree with you. I agree with you though, man. I'm happy that Devin Haney took that chance and took that risk. Actually, another layer of this, man, that I'm happy to see is that so many fighters are now remaining TV free agents, where a lot of people didn't even realize Devin Haney really wasn't contractually obligated to Eddie Hearn. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, man, we just had a good working relationship, but I really could go on whatever network I want to. So I salute him for taking the risk, man. It's dope that we're going to get this fight, bro. And I hope that the fight really lives up to all the hype that we're getting right now. And you got to salute Devin, because even if he wins the first one, he's willing to go right back to Australia for the second one in his home country, in his territory, and try to get a second decision over him, even if he wins the first. So salute to Devin Haney on that, man. And
I really hope that the officiating and everything is up to speed, man. Because remember, Australia, man. Remember Manny Pacquiao. Remember Top Rank.
Right, Jeff Horn. Right,
Jeff Horn fight, man. If you don't go down there and do what Bud Crawford did, you know what I'm saying? If you don't go down there and put a stamp on him and get him out of there,
right?
I mean, it's real shaky, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these promoters, man, these referees, it's just like not referee judges.
I feel you, man. He's traveling far away from home, man. And we all know that at the end of the day, we've seen some dicey decisions.
You gotta believe in yourself,
in boxing. You know what I mean? But salute to Devin Haney. Salute to George Kambosos, man. I can't wait to see him get it on in the ring.